With 150, didn't recognize me. Gravity's taken over, you know, pretty much taken over. I come here. I really appreciate you, John, for letting me come in and talking to the new commission. And in 2006, we got the border wall, border fence, anything that you want to call it. We got it in Brownsville, and I don't want to go back to 2006 and fight those old fights, whether you like it or you agree with it or not. I mean, I don't think that that's an issue anymore. The issue is that we do have it. It exists, and people live behind that border fence. We have people tonight that will, that sleep uncomfortably, knowing that the security on that side of the fence is not as good on that side of the fence that it would be on this side of the fence. So I want to make sure that we don't go back in time and fight those old fights. But as we move forward, 5 years after that, we have some problems back there, and I'd like to come back. I want to tell you right now that I'd like to come back and present it a little bit more detailed than I am tonight. But we have security problems back there, and really want to address the city, ask the city, and the city manager, chief, what exactly the role is of the city police department on the Mexican side of the fence. I'd like to address that. If there's a task force with the Border Patrol, with the Sheriff's Department, with the state police, and to see if there's anything that is going on there. Also, want to bring up the fact of security, that right now we are seeing that Border Patrol and Homeland Security is really patrolling the fence line in times of when there's problems in Mexico. They're going to be patrolling the fence line and not the river. So anybody that's on that side, of course, is going to be in harm's way, and we're very concerned with that. I'm talking to several residents, people that live on the Mexican side of the fence, like I say, and right now is just a crucial time, and we'd like to start addressing some of these problems that we have with the city, with the county, with the state, and start bringing this up, because it's been 5 years now, and the things that we talked about back then, some of the concerns that people had were valid concerns, and they're coming true now. One is security, also property values, and other things like that. So we need to address that. We need to start talking about it, and we haven't talked about it lately. I think it's very legitimate that we start moving forward. Where are we going to go as a city, I guess, and this great commission today that I see could start making decisions for the future of that property, because right now it's becoming a wasteland back there. We have a buffer zone between the fence line and the river, and it's going to become less and less populated. People cannot sell their properties or move in or out, and we need to talk about that. And I hope that the time that we had today will get us to start doing that. I think that I'm here today to ask the city to please to form a committee or to call people in to start addressing those needs.
Mr. Lucio, I appreciate your time, and we apologize for not putting it on the agenda, and Commissioner Gabriel had asked for this, but I don't want to go too far in. Perhaps maybe Commissioner Gabriel, you will head a task force to get with Mr. Lucio, and you'll get with the city manager and with the chief of police, and maybe you can present us with a report. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Just one more thing, Robert, you wanted to invite people to a meeting?
We're gonna have a meeting with some of the residents, and of course, I run a business on that side, and we're getting together on the 17th at the Fort Brown Golf Course in the club room, and we're going to discuss some of the personal problems that are having back there. Mostly to them, it's security. We also want to look at, as the future, to help property owners on that side of the fence, looking at, possibly an enterprise zone or something like that, that will help with property values, and will start revitalizing those areas, because they will just die out. It'll be a dead zone back there.
So it's the 17th at what time?
I'm sorry?
The 17th at what time?
It's the 17th at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
There at the clubhouse. And we invite everybody to come. There'll be people that will be there. Also, maybe some officials that we'd like to have, and invite everybody there if we can.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Kevler, you have the Employee of the Month.